You've been eating walnuts completely wrong your entire life, and it's keeping you from unlocking the longevity secrets that have allowed monks like me to thrive well into our 80s while maintaining the strength and vitality of someone decades younger. I am Shi Yan Ling, nearly 80 years old, and I can still perform physical feats that would challenge men half my age. Meanwhile, my own cousins and siblings who chose the modern path of convenience foods and processed meals have either already passed away or are struggling with chronic diseases, confined to wheelchairs, dependent on medications, and watching life pass them by. The difference between us isn't genetics, luck, or some mysterious blessing. It's the food we put into our bodies, and today I'm going to reveal exactly how monks consume walnuts and other superfoods to dramatically extend their lifespan and health span in ways that modern science is only beginning to understand. The walnut is not just a nut. It is a blueprint designed by Mother Earth herself, a perfect package of longevity nutrients that monks have revered for thousands of years. When you crack open a walnut, you're looking at something that bears an uncanny resemblance to the human brain, and this is no coincidence. Ancient wisdom recognized this signature long before modern science discovered that walnuts are perhaps the most powerful brain-protecting food on the planet. But here's where everyone gets it wrong. You cannot simply grab a bag of processed, salted, or candied walnuts from a convenience store and expect to receive these benefits. The way walnuts are prepared, consumed, and combined with other foods determines whether they become medicine or just empty calories. In the monastery where I've spent most of my life, we treat walnuts with reverence, understanding that the preparation is just as important as the consumption. Let me tell you about my cousin Zhang. He was 2 years younger than me, always laughing at my primitive way of eating, proud of his modern lifestyle with hamburgers, French fries, and all the convenience foods that came in colorful packages. He would mock me when I visited, saying I was stuck in the past while he embraced progress. Zhang died 15 years ago at the age of 63 from a massive heart attack. His last years were filled with diabetes medications, blood pressure pills, and constant doctor visits. His children now follow the same path, already showing signs of metabolic disease in their 40s. When I attended his funeral, I could barely recognize the man in the casket. He looked 20 years older than me, though we were nearly the same age. This is not a story I share with pride or judgment, but with sadness and a burning desire to prevent others from making the same mistakes. Science has now confirmed what monks have known for centuries. Walnuts are a superfood in the truest sense of the word. Studies published in prestigious medical journals have demonstrated that regular walnut consumption can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 30%, lower inflammation markers throughout the body, improve cognitive function, and even extend lifespan by several years. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, are essential for brain health and have been shown to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease and cognitive decline. But here's the critical detail that separates how monks eat walnuts from how the average person consumes them. We eat them raw, unprocessed, and at specific times of day to maximize their beneficial properties. We never heat them to high temperatures, which destroys the delicate omega-3 fats and creates harmful compounds. We never coat them in sugar or salt. We consume them as Mother Earth intended, often soaking them overnight to activate enzymes and increase their nutritional availability. The morning ritual in our monastery begins before sunrise, and walnuts play a central role in our first meal. We soak exactly 7 walnuts in pure water overnight, and in the morning we consume them on an empty stomach with a cup of warm water infused with fresh ginger. This combination is powerful beyond what most people understand. The overnight soaking removes enzyme inhibitors and phytic acid, compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption. It makes the walnuts easier to digest and increases the bioavailability of minerals like magnesium, zinc, and calcium. The warm ginger water prepares the digestive system and enhances circulation, allowing the nutrients from the walnuts to be distributed throughout the body more efficiently. This simple practice, performed daily for decades, creates a foundation of cellular health that protects against virtually every chronic disease of aging. Research from Harvard University tracked over 100,000 people for more than 20 years and found that those who consumed walnuts regularly had a significantly lower risk of death from any cause compared to those who didn't eat nuts. The study showed that just eating walnuts a few times per week was associated with a longer lifespan and better health outcomes. But the monk's approach goes deeper than simply eating walnuts occasionally. We understand that walnuts must be part of a complete whole food diet, not an isolated supplement added to an otherwise toxic eating pattern. You cannot eat fast food 6 days a week and expect walnuts on the 7th day to save you. The power of superfoods like walnuts is unleashed when they're consumed as part of a lifestyle that honors the body and respects the wisdom of natural foods. I am often asked about my daily routine, and people are shocked by its simplicity. I wake at dawn, meditate for an hour, consume my soaked walnuts with ginger water, and then engage in physical training that includes kung fu practice, stretching, and breathing exercises. My main meal of the day consists of vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and herbs, all grown naturally without chemicals or pesticides. I eat no meat, no dairy, no processed sugar, and nothing that comes in a package with ingredients I cannot pronounce. This is not deprivation, this is liberation. While my childhood friends are now prisoners to their medications and medical conditions, I remain free, strong, and independent. At nearly 80 years old, I can still perform one-finger handstands, maintain deep meditation for hours, and hike mountain trails that exhaust people half my age. This is not genetics. This is the result of treating my body like the temple it is. Walnuts contain a remarkable array of antioxidants, including polyphenols, that protect cells from oxidative damage, the underlying cause of aging and chronic disease. They contain compounds that reduce inflammation at the cellular level, preventing the slow burn of chronic inflammation that leads to arthritis, heart disease, cancer, and neurodegeneration. The vitamin E in walnuts protects cell membranes, while the melatonin supports healthy sleep patterns, which is essential for longevity. Monks understand that sleep is when the body repairs itself, and walnuts consumed in the evening can enhance sleep quality and duration. The combination of healthy fats, plant protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals makes walnuts one of the most complete natural foods available, a gift from Mother Earth that requires no processing, no factory, and no laboratory to provide profound health benefits. But walnuts are just the beginning. In the monastery, we combine walnuts with other superfoods to create synergistic effects that multiply the health benefits. We eat them with goji berries, which are packed with immune-boosting polysaccharides and vision-protecting carotenoids. We combine them with dates for natural sweetness and additional fiber. We grind them into pastes with sesame seeds, creating a nutrient-dense spread that provides sustained energy throughout the day. We add them to herbal teas, porridges made from whole grains, and vegetable dishes. Every combination is intentional, based on centuries of observation and understanding of how foods work together to nourish the body. This is the wisdom that modern nutritional science is only beginning to rediscover, principles that monks have practiced for millennia with remarkable results. My sister, who lives in the city, developed type 2 diabetes at the age of 55. She is now 68 and takes 7 different medications daily. Her feet have lost sensation due to nerve damage, her eyesight is failing, and her kidneys are showing signs of disease. When she visits me, she sees my health and vitality and asks how it's possible that we came from the same parents but have such different outcomes. I tell her the same thing I'm telling you now. The body you have at 70 or 80 is the result of thousands of choices you made in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. Every meal is either moving you toward vitality or toward disease. There is no neutral ground. The processed foods, the fast food, the chemical additives, the refined sugars and inflammatory oils are not just empty calories. They are actively destroying your cellular machinery, accelerating aging, and inviting disease into your body. The scientific evidence supporting whole food nutrition, and specifically the consumption of walnuts and other nuts, is overwhelming and continues to grow. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who ate nuts daily had a 20% lower death rate compared to those who didn't eat nuts. Research from the University of California showed that walnuts specifically improved the gut microbiome, increasing beneficial bacteria that produce anti-inflammatory compounds and support immune function. Studies on cognitive health have demonstrated that older adults who consume walnuts regularly perform better on memory tests and have slower rates of cognitive decline. Cancer research has shown that the compounds in walnuts can slow the growth of breast and prostate cancer cells. Cardiovascular studies have proven that walnuts improve cholesterol ratios, reduce arterial inflammation, and enhance blood vessel function. This is not folk medicine or superstition. This is verified, peer-reviewed science confirming what monks have known through observation and experience. The tragedy of modern life is that people have been deceived into believing that food is merely fuel, that calories are calories, and that convenience is more important than quality. The food industry has created products designed to be addictive, not nourishing, engineered to override your natural satiety signals and keep you consuming more and more of substances that provide profit for corporations, but disease for consumers. When you walk into a supermarket, probably 90% of what you see isn't real food at all. It's food-like products, synthetic creations made in factories, loaded with preservatives, artificial colors, chemical flavorings, and ingredients that your great-grandparents wouldn't recognize as edible. Your body doesn't recognize them either, and the result is confusion at the cellular level, metabolic dysfunction, hormonal chaos, and the epidemic of chronic disease that now affects the majority of adults in developed countries. Breaking free from this cycle requires knowledge, commitment, and a return to the simple wisdom of eating what Mother Earth provides. Walnuts, along with other nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, contain everything the human body needs, not just to survive, but to thrive well into advanced age. But you must eat them in their natural form, prepared properly, and consumed with intention and gratitude. In the monastery, we never eat while distracted or in a hurry. We chew each bite thoroughly, allowing the digestive process to begin in the mouth, honoring the life force present in natural foods. This mindful approach to eating enhances nutrient absorption, improves digestion, and creates a relationship with food that is based on nourishment rather than emotional comfort or convenience. I want to share with you the complete system that I've used for nearly 8 decades to maintain extraordinary health, vitality, and longevity. This goes far beyond just eating walnuts. It's a comprehensive approach to superfood nutrition that addresses every aspect of cellular health, from reducing inflammation to optimizing hormones, enhancing detoxification, supporting brain function, and maintaining lean muscle mass as you age. I've compiled decades of monastic wisdom combined with modern scientific research into a comprehensive guide that shows you exactly what to eat, how to prepare these foods, when to consume them for maximum benefit, and how to combine them to create synergistic health effects that go beyond what any single food can provide. This guide reveals the secrets that have allowed me to reach nearly 80 years old with the strength and mental clarity of someone decades younger, secrets that are keeping me active, independent, and free from the medications and medical interventions that trap so many people in their later years. If you're tired of feeling tired, if you're watching your health decline and wondering if there's another way, if you're concerned about your future and want to take control of your longevity rather than leaving it to chance and the processed food industry, then I encourage you to click the link in the description below. My secret superfood longevity guide contains everything I've learned about using natural, whole foods to dramatically extend your health span and lifespan. You'll discover the specific superfoods that monks have used for centuries, the exact preparation methods that unlock their healing properties, the daily routines that support cellular health, and the combinations of foods that create powerful anti-aging effects. This is not a diet, it's a lifestyle transformation based on ancient wisdom and modern science. The choice is yours, but the time to make it is now. Every day you continue eating processed foods, fast food, and chemical-laden products is a day you're moving toward disease rather than vitality. Your body is incredibly resilient and has remarkable healing capacity when you give it the right tools, but you must act before the damage becomes irreversible. I've seen too many people wait until they're already sick to make changes, and while it's never too late to improve, prevention is infinitely more powerful than trying to reverse advanced disease. Don't wait until you're dependent on medications, facing surgery, or receiving a diagnosis that changes your life. Take action now, while you still have the opportunity to write a different story for your future. Click the link below, get access to my complete longevity guide, and start your transformation today. Your 80-year-old self will thank you for the decision you make right now.